Do you enjoy a cup of coffee during or after a ride? Well, if you're anything like me, you certainly do. And there's various benefits to being able to have and enjoy a cup of coffee. One of them is the social benefit of being able to sit with friends, have a chat and enjoy that time. Another benefit is the physiological benefit of coffee. So what are those benefits? Well, first benefit is that it reduces perceived exertion. So when you're working hard in an effort or on a ride, it's going to feel a little bit easier than it might have done. Second thing is that it's going to raise your blood pressure and heart rate, which is going to help you perform that much better. And thirdly, it's going to help you break down glucose, which is obviously one of the key things in producing energy, being able to break down glucose and glycogen quickly to feed the muscles. So that's going to help too. So 3 proven benefits of caffeine. There are though some people who don't respond to caffeine. You might be one of those non-responders. The only way of really finding out is to give it a go and see if it works for you. So how much caffeine should you take? Well, the recommended dose is 3 to 5 or 3 to 6 milligrams of caffeine per kilogram of body weight. So if you're like me, weighing about 70 to 75 kilos, anything from 200 to 300 to 400 milligrams of caffeine is suggested. It's probably best to start off at a smaller dose and then see how that goes, see how that works for you. But what is 100 milligrams? 100 milligrams is roughly the same as a double espresso. So if you have a double espresso, that's probably 125 grams. A standard poured over coffee, 8 ounce coffee might be something like 100, again 150 milligrams. So you can base it on how many coffees you're having. A couple of coffees probably will give you a boost. Also, you can take a supplement, can't you, of caffeine. And often they come in tablet form, which are in milligrams, maybe a 200 milligram tablet, so maybe taking 1 tablet, 1.5, 2 tablets, depending on your body weight, you're going to see an improvement in performance from that. But how much should you take altogether? I think most food agencies around the world would say that probably about 400 milligrams a day is probably like a safe amount to have. So if you're having those 2 or 3 cups of coffee or supplementing with caffeine, 400 milligrams is probably the top amount you should be aiming for. When should you take caffeine? Well, obviously it's very hard to keep a high level of caffeine going over a long ride. So many riders will either have caffeine before the start of a ride. If it's a shorter 1 or 2 hour ride, you could have caffeine then. Or if it's a longer ride, maybe towards the end of a ride, hence the coffee stop mid-ride. That really can pick people up, help them a little bit more towards the end of a long ride. And obviously pros and racers might be taking caffeine gels in the last hour of the race to give them that extra little boost they might need. Caffeine does last quite a long time in your system, so that's a really important thing to remember. The last thing you want to be doing is taking caffeine probably in the late afternoon or anything like that, because it will still be affecting you in the evening. So make sure you have your caffeine, if you're going to take it, probably earlier on in the day. If it's a shorter ride though, taking it before you go, an hour before you go, will probably give you that much time, enough time for your body to start using that caffeine and getting the benefit from it. So it'd be interesting to see what you do. Do you have a coffee stop? Do you enjoy a coffee? Do you find coffee or caffeine does make a difference to your riding? Drop it in the comments below. Be interesting to see what you think about coffee or caffeine. And if you've enjoyed this short video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, bye for now.